Welcome back. So today I am going to do some stuff to my Grendel, and I got some parts in the mail finally. And so what I ordered, as I pull the boxes, Strike Industries pistol grip, which is a more upright grip, and I'll show you the comparison between the grip angle on the one that's on there now as opposed to that one, and then the Strike Modular Fixed Stock. Alright, and that looks like this. So I'm hoping this looks cool. And so, cool thing about this, it's got some spacers. This goes on a carbine buffer tube. You put the spacers on, there's a long screw with the thing, I don't know what it's called, that goes into one of the buffer tube holes that holds it in place, and it becomes a fixed stock, which is what I've actually been craving for my Grendel. It is a precision type-ish rifle, and for hunting and things like that, I don't need an adjustable stock. And so with that, I'm going to take some parts off, and I'll have you join me back in a few minutes. So I wanted to get you in a little closer on what's going on here. So this modular stock relies on these spacers to be stacked up depending on your length of pull. This is a Mil-Spec Buffer, and this is for a Mil-Spec as well. This was pretty hard to get on. It fits super tight. There is no play in this whatsoever. And so I'm going to see if I can even show you how to... I found the best way is to kind of rock it over the end. And it's still difficult. There it goes. And you'll see these nipples here go into holes here. This is not easy to put on, but I'm kind of, there it goes. I'm kind of digging that because that means it's just going to lock up really nice. And then from there, it's got a few pieces. Like I said, it's got this piece that locks up inside of one of the buffer position tubes here. And then from the back of the buttstock, or the butt plate of the buttstock, it screws in and holds everything tight into the system. And I'm going to fit that off camera because that's probably going to be pretty arduous task, if you will. But I did take the pistol grip off. Don't forget, you've got a spring with a metal detent in here, so make sure you put those somewhere secure. That will drop out your selector switch, and yes, and no, I do not have a trigger in yet. I'm hoping it's going to be here. Well, I'm hoping I can go pick it up today. I'm buying a Geisley from a friend of mine. So, other than that, that's what I've got going on right now. And I will have you join me after I figure out how to put that buttstock in and get it sized and all that good stuff. Okay, so after a little bit of trial and error, I wanted to show you guys what I had to do here because I thought this piece went in one way, but it went the other. And so, if you'll see here, this is going to go into one of the positions underneath the buffer tube. I anticipated that it was going to go this way, but it does not. Because if you take the buttstock and put it in, that's got to go pretty far in there, which would be too long for that to work. So make sure if you buy this buttstock that the nipple here goes towards the back into the last slot. The buttstock slides right on, making sure it's snug in there. And then also be aware, I just wanted you to know, like a lot of things that are on an AR, if it's a Allen wrench, it's standard. But the butt plate on this was metric, okay? And then Strike Industries decided that it would be smart to use a Phillips head for the screw that goes through. So there's no continuity, not that big of a deal, but just wanted to let you know that's how you got to get those pieces together. And so make sure I would not use a drill because you want to make sure you don't screw it up, but it's got about 62,000 threads through here, so it's going to take you a minute to screw it in because I put it together, took it back apart just to make sure it was good to go. And I counted there 62,001, but it takes a second to screw this in. But it locks up real nice and secure, so let me do that real quick, and then I'll bring you back, let you see what the finished product on that piece looks like at least. Alright, so I've got everything installed back in here. Pistol grip as normal, no big deal there. Just don't forget to put that spring and that detent back in, or your safety lever won't stay. Alright, where did I put the old one? So the new lever, the new grip has quite a bit less angle, as you can see here, than the old one. This kicks out pretty far back here. This one does not. It's more upright. I do prefer that. I actually have that on my carbine that I use for blasting and mowing stuff down, but I found that the angle was much better, and so I think I'm going to have a better purchase on this rifle when I shoot it. So far, the buttstock, it was really not that big of a deal to put on. You just got to make sure you got to really press these down. But after my doctor's visit for carpal tunnel from screwing in that screw, everything was fine. It literally had like 62,000 threads. Holy crap. That thing takes forever to screw back in. Given that, they also have a monopod that fits up in here. It attaches down here, of course, I think to this, but attaches here. And you can take it off, put it back on pretty readily. It's got mixed reviews. It's Strike Industries. It's not the, the creme de la creme of AR parts. But given that, I like this so far. I haven't used it yet, obviously. I just put it on. The fit already feels better. Just looking at it, I don't mind that the look of the spacers. I don't really care about that. I don't care that this grip is here. I like that it has a little bit of texture here for pulling it back in or what have you. I liked when I bought this, the part of the reason I had it, because a lot of the minimal type of buttstocks didn't have something here to put a bag under. I wanted that. And so the probably two things right now that I do not like. Number one, there's no QD socket. Nowhere. And I don't even know if I can put one on here. So I'll have to figure that out. I don't use a sling generally for my hunting rifle. It's either strapped to my bag on my back or it's in my hands. And so I'll have to figure that out if I'm going to put a sling on it or not. If I do, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So, but given that, I don't like that. I would like for it to have a QD attachment. I don't think it would be that hard for Strike. If you're listening, you're probably not, because I only have like 300 something viewers or subscribers. But if for some odd reason, Strike Industries, if you come across that, you need to put a QD like right here, somewhere right here. This general region, put one there. The other thing I don't like, and I don't like to always compare things to Magpul, but they're kind of the industry standard. There's a little bit of a ridge right here from the molding process. I don't work plastics. I don't work thermo molding or anything like that. I don't even know if you can see it. Let me see if you can hear it. You probably hear it. But I've rubbed my face across it a few times. It caught me one time out of about 4 or 5, so I'm not super concerned with it. But just the fit and finish. But I'll tell you what, for the price, this is $34 on Midway USA. I bought it. Nobody sent me this. Heck, I ordered it, paid for UPS shipping, and USPS delivered it. So you don't even get what you pay for sometimes. But for $34 so far, without having shot this thing, I like it. I like it a lot. And so I think it's going to be a keeper. I like the fact, like I said, I can put a bag under here. I can pull back on this if I need to, push back with the webbing of my offhand, what have you. And so, I guess the third thing I don't like to have to switch tools. And so to have a metric, which I guess that's fine, but everything else on the gun that takes Allen wrenches takes standard. This is metric, and then I have to switch over to a Phillips head to get that big long screw through there. Make sure you pay your insurance deductible so you can go see your doctor for that. But I don't know, standardized maybe. They do make a rubber butt pad that comes out to about this far, and it's honeycombed, so it's more cushy. I'm shooting a Grendel or 223 with this. I don't really care about that, but my daughter might, so I might end up having to order one for her. She is going to be taking a deer with this hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And so with that, we're moving to the pistol grip. I showed you, or back to the pistol grip. I showed you, excuse the reach, I showed you how the angle was a lot better for me. I like that they incorporated the beaver tail up here. A lot of the companies that offer the reduced angle grips don't have the beaver tail. Most of them are starting to get it. I like it. Again, I hate to compare this to the Magpul, but they kind of run the aftermarket parts industry, I guess. I'm sure this stuff's tough. It doesn't feel as nice. That's a very subjective term, but I like it. It doesn't feel as nice. The ridging on the back is substantial, same on the front, no big deal. There's a little bit of grip here. I might actually stipple that. I think they offer another one with like a rubberized piece right there. That would be nice, but I was trying to keep it on the low. I'm not trying to dump too much more money into this gun yet, but I like it. It fits pretty well. You know, it's not really slick or anything like that, so it's not really that big of a deal. Worst case scenario, you tape it all off, cut off some tape around here, remove this, and do the Plastidip spray, and would fix all that. It has a butt plate or plug. See what I did there? Anyways, enough of the bad jokes. That fits up into the grip here. I was not able to take this out by hand. I had to push on it with something on one side and then I could pry it out. I don't suspect that it would be waterproof. I don't really care. This isn't my SBR, so I don't need to keep paperwork or anything in here. And so, so far, so good. I like this stuff so far. It's not too bad. But other than that, I'm going to get the trigger thrown in here sooner or later, probably today. I don't know. But I wanted to give you a quick rundown on the Strike Industries stuff that I just bought. So far, I like it. I'm going to get out and shoot with it, hopefully in the next few days, if I can get the National Forest back open. If not, I'm going to have to go to a range, which I don't video at the range because there's always so many people there. But so far, nice, good, easy fit, easy to assemble. Standard on the pistol grip, of course, but this was easy and I liked the idea of it. And with that, I will, I guess, leave you guys in suspense for a more long-term review of it. Stay tactical.